Hey everyone, Aaron here with Elite Watersports, and I have a game-changing pro tip for you guys today that took me over 10 years to learn, and I indirectly kind of figured it out, and I wish somebody taught me this. And that's why we're doing these tutorials, this expedite your learning curve. Stay tuned. Let's get started, guys. This is Aaron with Elite Watersports, and I'm going to give you that game-changing pro tip, and I call it the redirect. The redirect is something monumental for beginners all the way through pro riders. I guarantee you, if you haven't already done it, maybe you don't even know you're doing it, but I guarantee you 90% of the riders on the beach have no idea what the heck I'm talking about. The redirect is how to turn the kite more aggressively through the wind window, making your transitions easier, your kite looping easier, all of your tricks easier. Say you're doing a back roll, pull left. Well, we'll get into the details here in a second. Let's get into the details of what that redirect means. It means that if you want to turn your kite to the right, you're actually going to pull left prior. And what I mean by left prior is just a slight twitch of the bar, like literally pull left and then pull right as hard as you can, or however fast you want to steer that kite. And what that's going to do is it actually steps the kite back in the window a tad bit, so that when you actually initiate the turn you're actually wanting to do, like I want to go right and I want to pull right, I actually pull left, and when I actually do pull right, that kite actually is going to be more responsive and sit deeper in the window so that it'll be more reactive and change directions. And I'm going to show you some B-rolls of why that works and how it works, just to prove a point of just how important it is to learn this pro tip. It's going to change your riding. All right, so this is as simple as it gets, just the beginner transition. If I go from right to left and bring that kite just straight up to 12, look how big that radius is. It's arching like a big rainbow, and we don't want that. All right, so here we are. We're gonna do that redirect from right to left. Just a simple transition. I'm gonna pull right first, and then if you watch, the kite will go across my window, first going up to 12, making this big arch like a rainbow. All right, here we go again. We're gonna do that redirect like a beginner, doing a simple transition, right to left. So I'm actually gonna pull right first and then left, and you'll see that the kite goes across the window versus up to 12 and making that big arching radius. All right, so a little bit past intermediate is going into down loop transition, and the same thing applies. I'm gonna go basically right with the kite to do that down loop. So I'm gonna go left first, so steer left first. You can see how tight that radius is. All right, so let's do that transition, that down loop transition without the redirect. I'm riding at 2 o'clock, and right when I do that down loop, I'm just gonna go with pulling right. You can see how big my loop is. The same with getting into like loop transitions or any kind of transitions at all, or even jumping. I always go left and then right. You can see how fast that transition is and how fast the kite turns on its radius. So we are pretty focused on this beginner side of stuff, but this is going to be able to translate into intermediate and advanced riding. Let's see that really nice clean redirect, and boom, you can see how nice and consistent that power is. Very manageable. There's that jump transition with the redirect. So boost, pull right, then left, and now I can ride away with power. All right, I'm gonna do a jump transition with a down loop. I'm gonna do the same thing. Boost, release from the water, I'll turn left and then right. And you can see how high the kite stays. I don't get yarded, I don't get yanked downwind. So go up, pull left a little bit, then right, and the kite will have a nice tight loop. So I just taught you how to do the redirect. The redirect that took me 10 years to figure out before I was able to actually like portray the right info to my students to get them to succeed faster. Just about every instructor I bring in here at Elite Watersports and teach them how to teach. Well, they're coming from years and years and years of background, and they haven't even heard of that redirect aspect. So get out on the beach, try it out, make sure you spread the good word so that everybody else is progressing super fast. Now, it's not just for beginner transitions or down loop transitions or whatnot. You can start utilizing this in those big air techniques. When you get up 50 feet in the air or just 30 feet in the air, when you start to do those redirects, those loops are going to become easier and easier, so you don't get so much power and the kite doesn't arch around, have this giant radius. The redirect is so cool. So if you haven't seen some of our looping videos, we talk about that a lot, especially when you're getting into heli loops. So check it out. This is Aaron with Elite Watersports. We're here to help. Leave it in the comment section, and please subscribe and like our channel and share it to others. We'll see you on the water.